Last week, Ohio and our nation lost a champion for civil rights, Miss Elsie Stewart Young of Highland County, a conservative rural county in southwest Ohio. Ms. Elsie, as everyone called her, had just celebrated her 105th birthday. She's a legend in southwest Ohio. Her courage, her leadership made a difference for children, not only in her community, but all over the country. In 1954, after the Supreme Court issued its landmark Brown v. Board of Education decision and ordered an end to segregation in American schools, the two all-white primary schools in Hillsborough, again, a small town, Highland County, southwest of Columbus, they refused to integrate. The district continued to send black students to a single all-black school, which was woefully underfunded. I remember the stories my mother would tell me of growing up in Mansfield, Georgia. She said she knew, and she told me when busing became such a controversy in the 1960s and 70s, she told me that she knew all about busing. In the South, when she grew up in the 20s and 30s, they would bus black students past the newer, better-kept white schools to the segregated black schools that were falling apart. No criticism of quote-unquote forced busing in those days. That was essentially what was going on in Hillsborough, Ohio, and Elsie Stewart Young wouldn't stand for it. She and a group of mothers, this is in the 1950s, took matters into their own hands. They became the Marching Mothers of Hillsborough. Every single day for 2 long years, they marched for miles to the town's all-white primary school. Every day they were sent home. They carried on. Eventually the community and the state and the country noticed. They joined with the NAACP to file a lawsuit against the Hillsborough Board of Education, made it all the way to the Supreme Court, and they won. Because of Miss Elsie and her fellow mothers' advocacy, the courts ordered the schools to integrate and paved the way for integration in other northern cities. Her activism showed us why ordinary students and ordinary citizens, what they can achieve when they join together to fight for justice. It's a reminder of how far we've come, how much work we have to do to achieve justice and opportunity for all children in our country. 3 years ago, Elsie Stewart Young was inducted into the Ohio Civil Rights Hall of Fame. That fall, we honored the Marching Mothers of Hillsborough and the children, of course now adults, who marched. We honored them with our office's Canary Award at our annual Ohio Women's Conference. Then Senator Kamala Harris, now the Vice President, was supposed to speak. We were going to present Miss Elsie with the award. She was already past 100 at that point. We both had to stay in Washington at the last minute because of Supreme Court votes. So many Ohioans at that conference told me later that, frankly, I'm not sure that the Vice President, the future Vice President, and I were missed that much, not with Miss Elsie there. She not only filled the void, she provided so much energy with her forceful, inspiring words. And during that conference, she was 102. Throughout the conference, people lined up to get pictures with her. When a video played depicting the bravery and determination of the marchers, when Miss Elsie spoke accepting the award, of course, there was hardly a dry eye in the audience. She talked about how she and other mothers only did what any mother would do for her children. So many Ohioans will miss Miss Elsie Stewart Young. Our thoughts are with her 3 surviving daughters, her 2 surviving sons, and get this, her 36 grandchildren. We know her legacy lives on through her success, through her victories, through her fight for justice, through her families, through the future generations of young people that she inspired to stand against justice. I ask my colleagues to join me in honoring Miss Elsie Stewart Young, Ohioan mother, determined champion for civil rights.